So this time we're going to start up Selenium Server, but we're going to start it up as a hub. So I'm on my main computer here. So I'm just going to do the same command we've done before, java-jar. And then we're going to choose that Selenium Server standalone jar. And this time we're going to use a -role hub. And this is going to put this instance in hub mode. Now, there's a couple of other things we could do here. One quick one that you might want to do is port. You can do -port and change the port number. By default, it's going to be that 4444 port. But in case you have that in use, you could change that. And you can also specify a configuration file, a JSON file, and as well as a couple of other config options here. In most cases, though, this standard configuration works. So we're just going to keep things simple for now and just do -role hub. And now I'm running this, and you can see it's launching Selenium Grid Server. And you can tell that you're in grid mode because it says Grid Server in this case. And you can see that it's connected on port 444. Now, once we have this up, we want to test to make sure that it's actually running. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to this address here. We're going to go to localhost 4444 grid console. And you can see that it shows grid hub and the version number, and we can view the configuration here. And this is the configuration for the hub. And you can see a lot of these things aren't going to make very much sense. We're not going to cover all of the details of the configuration here, but some of this stuff is pretty basic here, like the port number, and we've got a timeout, a few other things that we can configure here. But for the most part, the basic configuration is usually going to work. Now, when we have nodes connected, we're going to return to this console and we'll be able to see those nodes and manage those nodes. So let's go ahead and create our first node. So I'm going to go ahead and open up another command prompt here. And in this command prompt, I'm going to go to utilities again. And this time I'm going to do java-jar, and we're going to do the Selenium jar again, but this time we're going to do -role, and we're going to say node, and then we're going to do -hub, and we're going to specify what our hub is. So it's HTTP // and we're going to do localhost port 4444, and then we are going to do the address of grid/register. And again, with the node here, we can specify some configuration. We could change the port if we want. The port by default is going to be 5555. So let's go ahead and run this. And you can see it's launching Selenium Grid node, and it's actually configured from a JSON object here, and it's actually going to send that to the server. And you can see what that is here. But you can see it's registering that node on the grid, and it's constantly hitting the grid hub in order to get the status to figure out if it needs to run any tests. So if you look at the console now, load that up, and we'll refresh it. You can see that we've got one remote proxy here, and we can see what IP address it's listening on. And we can see that it supports up to 5 concurrent tests from, and if you hover over these, you can see what the configuration is. So in this case, the protocol is Selenium, platform is Vista, browser name is Firefox, and then the max instances is 5. And so Vista is going to be Windows 7 in this case. And you can see we can call Google Chrome on here, and we can have 5 instances running at the same time. We can have IE. And here we've got a protocol for WebDriver. So this other one where it had Selenium Protocol Selenium, this was the old version of Selenium. Remember, we talked about Selenium 1. So it allows you to connect to WebDriver or through the old style Selenium RC. So that's our first node. Now we need to set up another node.